30 years ago, you were the first rose in that St. Patrick's Day parade. Now you make your triumphant return this weekend.
Recycling.
It would take me back to, what, 1994. How did that come about?
Actually, I wasn't living in town. I've been in and out of Scituate since 1944. That's another good year. 80 years ago, our family came to Peggotty Beach, rented the second cottage here, and got to know all the Pilata and McDonoughs, and then left town, went back to Arlington. By June, we were down at North Scituate Beach. So I'm celebrating 30 years, the beginning of the parade, and 80 years of finding Scituate and loving it.
Wow. Talk about that first parade.
The first parade, I was married and I was out of town, and they called me. Millie Kerrigan called and said, "We're having a parade and we want to honor you for the garden. I put in the garden down on Glades Road, and you work with Red Cross here." So I said, "Oh, fine, I'll see if we're free." And we came down, and they had assembled on the Cliff Estates a red BMW convertible for me to ride in. And it was a lovely day. It was small, and it was a neighborhood parade. We did have antique trucks and horses and a very colorful contingent. And we ended up at the end of the parade at Minot Light Inn and had a great party. The first parade, you knew everyone. They were standing outside their houses or at the end of their streets, Grasshopper Lane, Collier Ave, and you knew everyone by name. And I said, I think there's probably a couple 100,000 more that will be on the route going down First Parish and Front Street. But it still has that feeling. Scituate, you know, I always tell people, Scituate is the town with a heart. And if you look from the ear, our harbor is a heart.
Your mother eventually became the Rose too, yes?
I was 53, first Rose. Then my mother, who was well known, she was second president of the Friends of the Library when they combined two libraries into one. She really spearheaded a lot of the modernizing of the library. But she was also known down in Scituate on Pondview Ave as one of the best gardeners in the North Scituate Beach, Minot area. This was her badge, Rose of Minot, and I found my badge, and I found my sash. So I have a few little trophies, but she was a wonderful woman.
Talk about why you think this parade is so important for Scituate, why it's lasted so long.
I think it's important because the whole country knows us for our storms. My cousin's out in Portland, Oregon, said, "Faith, are you being flooded out?" And I go, "No." And it's a way of life. The people down, they love living down on Lighthouse Point, and they know when to get out. And it's filled with survivors and interesting, colorful people. That's all I can say. And when people come here, they fall in love with it.